Hello, it's Miss Mandy, back again with another interesting stories. I must say the stories are getting more and more and more and more interesting, entertaining, and also a place to learn from because I know quite a number of us are learning a lot from these stories because remember, it can happen to anybody. This is why we advise positive criticism here and, good advice because you don't know who's next. So, in my inbox again, I have a very, very interesting story once again. And as usual, read out the story, give our advice, and just make sure our friends are getting the help they need. Because for someone to come out like this, to look for help, then they really, really need help. And the best we can do is actually offer the help. So I'm just going to go right into this lady's story. So this is a female, and she's here telling us her story. So she goes, "Hey, I need some help with my problem. I'm a lady of 26 years, and I know for a fact that if you're not in a relationship by now, there is no hope for you in finding love." Wait, before we even go further, who said? Huh? Who said? Who said that if you're 26, there's no hope for you to find love? These are the things that we've been taught from childhood. People have been told, no, by the age of 25, you should be in a stable relationship. By the age of this, you should have a boyfriend. But times are changing. This is why we have a high rising number of divorce cases because people are marrying because of peer pressure. People are being moved by, small, small emotions. But then at the end of the day, you need to make sure you marry your best friend. So don't give your pressure of just because you're 26, there's no hope for you because you don't have a boyfriend. No, that shouldn't be the case. So she says that's her mantra. So I have always made sure that I please my partner in every way. My big problem is that for now, I think I've gone too far. So I started seeing this guy. We actually met in a funny way at the mall. I was going to get food. Then he passed by me with a very nice car, very luxurious car. I'm not the type of girl that stops when a car stops for me. I'm not really the type, but he caught my attention. He caught my eyes. So from there, we started seeing each other. I like the part that she says she's not the type of girl that, gets stopped by. But there's also, we are all not the type of girls that stop for anything. There are certain cars that's even if the person inside is ugly, the car is nice. But these days we need to be careful. Some people drive cars that are not theirs, you know. So she says, from there I've been seeing this guy. He was pursuing me so much that he would want to meet me every day. Things were rosy between me and him. Random dates and visits. He would stay up at my house until even though he's going for work the following morning. So it was always him visiting me, and there was never a time that he asked me to visit his house. So at first I thought he is married, but shortly after things got stale, uh, we ended up being in a relationship. I don't know how you guys don't see red flags because all the time the guy is visiting you. You've never visited his place, and now you guys are dating. You still haven't visited his place. Can never be me. First of all, my sister, do not let a man disrespect you by coming to do bad manners in your house. You've never visited his place, but you're doing bad manners from your house where he doesn't even pay rent. Don't do that. Don't. Don't disrespect yourself or whoever is helping you pay your rent by letting someone who doesn't pay your rent always come and do bad manners in your house. I rebuke that. So, um, Later, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And then immediately after I accepted, he now told me I can now officially show you my house where I stay. So later that evening, we went to his house. He stays in a very beautiful apartment. He lives there with his cousin, but it's a very beautiful apartment. None of them are married. They're both just single guys. But this is where the problem began. Every time we want to have intimate activities, it's always at my house, and it's annoying. This guy is a very busy guy. I'm busy as well. I should be 3 times busier than he is. But his communication, him meeting up with me, has just become bad. I have to call him. If I don't call him, he won't call. Uh-uh. This is the problem that I have with men. Consistency, is very important. You just can't start the high pitch and then go low. It's like in music. You're singing a song, eh? The song starts as a banger and then it ends as a. I was going to say a prayer. And then it ends as as a funeral song. You don't do that. Most men lack consistency. I, for one, have been with men that would pursue you a lot and then immediately you are theirs. It's like nothing ever happened. It's like you're forcing yourself now. So, my red flag gave it. The problem is that we see the red flags, but our favorite color is red. So, you like them. Anyway, so I've complained on I've complained on many occasions. I even asked one of my friends to tell him about this, but he always answers as though he's heard, and then after 2 days we are back again at the same thing. It's like I'm begging him to love me. So at one point I got really frustrated and I asked him that we should end this. I asked him that we should end this. So it wasn't necessarily that I really wanted to end this. I wanted to see his reaction because I wanted to see him pursue me and ask me why I'm breaking up with him, but he just went quiet. Me, I don't know how to explain this, but this is an advice to men. Ladies will always say when they see something wrong. Because yes, we know you don't read our minds, and that's always your excuse. No, I can't read your mind, but we'll always tell you when we see something wrong. But can you add a little bit of pressure so you make her feel like she's not the only one in that relationship? Can we do that? Because men are so nivake, You're so calm. We exaggerate stuff. We deserve, some confidence in this. So I broke up with him, and then we stayed for 4 days without talking. And then later, I texted him saying, hey, and then he responded saying, I miss you. Oh, so you broke up with him after 4 days. Instead of him texting you, you texted him. Love patterning. Love patterning. And then he told me I miss you. And then I told him to come and see me. So after that, we spoke things out when he came. I told him everything that I was complaining about, and he said that he had listened and he will never make me feel as though I am second. He promised me that I was the only girl he was seeing. He promised me he loved me, and he promised that I'm going to be the last person he ever dates. And after that, everything was okay. My birthday came up. He made sure he did everything to make me smile. But after that, it's a month later, and he's back at acting the same way. Okay, why? Because me, I would get tired. You keep on telling someone the same thing all the time. All the time. It's like a kid, you know? For kids, it's understandable because they are growing and learning, but also at some point, they learn. They learn, no, I can't do this anymore. But now, this is an adult. You keep on telling them the same thing. Made us stressful. So we are back at the same thing. He only texts me in the morning. Our relationship is a good morning, good night type of relationship. It's like I am dating myself. Good morning, good night. Good morning, good night. The circle is just like that the whole week. I have to initiate dates. Like, can we meet up for lunch later? Can we meet up for this? He spends much of his time with his friends more than he does with me. I would call him even at 22, and he would tell me he's with his friends somewhere. Every time I tell him to come and see me, he would give excuses like, I am not feeling well, I have to do this. Okay, why? You broke up with him? You guys got back? And he's... this one is complicated. So, for the past 2 months, me and him have never had sexual intercourse. We've never met because I moved out from the house I used to live in alone, and I now live in with my young sisters and cousins. So my house always has people, but all the time it's like he wants to come around to my house because I would try and seduce him and tell him I want I don't like using such terms, so let me find a better term, you know. My body's feeling, she says her body's feeling like it needs to be touched. And I would tell him to pick me up, thinking he would take me to his house. And on 3 occasions, he's taken me to his house. I would call him, maybe I'm out with the girls drinking, tipsy, and I would call him, no, baby, I need to be touched. And he would come so fast to pick me up, and then we go straight to my house. Wait, before I go further. How are you a guy with a good job, a nice house, not married, you only live with your cousin, your male cousin, and you don't want to share your venue with your girlfriend? You want to use your girlfriend's house as a venue? How? Why are you then in a relationship in the first place? Venue na mkwata, but tamulefo who you want, yeah, and you want to take your girlfriend to your house. I've never heard of this. I know about the Lusaka men being, you know, cheetahs, being leopards, being lions. I've never heard of a Lusaka man. I hope you guys are hearing it. I didn't say guy or boy. I said Lusaka man. I've never heard of a Lusaka man failing to find a venue. That's weird. Lusaka man, no venue. Even when you have your venue, you have to use your girlfriend. First of all, I've spoken to my friends about this. They've told me this guy has never even helped you pay your rent. And he wants to disrespect you by using your house as a venue. And this is always my cry, because I don't know what to say to him. I've complained about him not finding time for us. I've complained about him not communicating with me all the time, but I don't know. Should I ask him why he doesn't take me to his house for us to have those activities? Because I've told him on several occasions. And for us to be in a relationship, and for the past 2 months, we've never had sexual intercourse. For me, it feels like he is having them with other people. Should I ask him why? I don't know what to do. Please advise, because I have tried breaking up with him for the second time, but he refused. He told me it should be the last time he's hearing me bring out such words or conclusion without talking to him. So what should I do? Please advise me. This situation, first of all, I want to let you guys know that sex before marriage is a sin. It's a sin. My father might be watching this, so sex before marriage is a sin. But if you guys are already doing it, first of all, I agree with you. It's very disrespectful for your needs to respect the fact that you have your siblings there. He just can't be walking in and walking out anytime you guys want to have, That's weird, because even your siblings will be learning from that. Like, oh, okay. So when we have boyfriends, boyfriends are supposed to visit us at our houses, not at their houses. That's weird. 2 months, you guys have not done anything. You've told him about it and he seems unbothered. I also feel like maybe he's giving it to some other people somewhere. And what are you guys doing in this relationship? Because all I've heard is your relationship is good morning, babe, good night, babe. You're trying to break up with him and he's refusing. Sis, I think you need to stand your grounds and, move on. There are men out there who are ready to give you the words, who are ready to give you all the attention that you need. But remember, as I give advice, there are probably people who have experienced the same with you and they might give us better advice from the comment section. So remember, positive advice here. Let's help a sister out, because I also want to learn. I think in this situation, I would be bang. I wouldn't know what to say. So remember to leave your comment so that we help a sister out. Until the next video, bye.